guys, this is Grey of GreyDynasty. It's been a while. I actually haven't shot a video. I just did an introduction about a couple months ago, and this is my first video, and I wanted to appropriately tackle the subject of new beginnings, you know, just beginning again or beginning at all. Because when I conceived of the idea of working on social media and trying to see what I could accomplish with that, it was quite a long journey thinking, where do I begin, what do I tackle, what subjects do I discuss, because really there is no end to the options or all the alternatives on the table. But I eventually had to realize that you just have to start. You just have to pick something and start. So I did start a blog, and I did make my my Instagram active, and I'm thinking it's about time I started with a YouTube channel too. I conceived of the idea of having a YouTube channel quite a while back, but I couldn't make up my mind on what topic to tackle or what subject I would be doing. And I think as time goes by, you realize that, hey, just start. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I'm shooting from a hotel room in France, in Lyon, which is more in the southern part of France. It's not quite south, but it's a pretty warm day. We've got temperatures of 34 degrees centigrade, so it's amazing. I love it. I'm on a night stop, not really a night stop, but 2 nights, because we arrived yesterday, and we're still here, and we'll still be here today all day, and we're leaving to go back to Brussels tomorrow. So this is a lovely time to just take time off and start to shoot. And I thought, you know what, I'll carry my camera, I'll carry my video recorder, and see if I can get something out there, because if I keep putting it off, that I'll start at some point, I never will. I just have to. So I think, in my opinion, and what I've learned over the years, when you're planning on starting something, there's really only one question you need to answer. There's really one thing you need to know for sure, because if you know that, everything else will fall into place. And for me, that thing is knowing your why. If you know why you're doing something, half the battle is already won. If you know why you're embarking on a journey, you're halfway there. So I think that if we all figure out our why, we would have a much easier time lining up the ducks, you know. So for instance, if you're joining Instagram, you've got to know why you're joining Instagram. Are you joining Instagram as a business concept, or are you joining Instagram as a social concept, social like Facebook? When Facebook started out, we all joined it just for social, which is for me the same reason I joined Facebook back in 2006, when they were fresh starting out on the public market after going off campus. And then when I started Instagram, it was with a totally different concept. I think I'd started to understand the power of social media, and I had started to realize that you could actually make something of it, especially if you find it that it's something that you can get passionate about. So I joined Instagram specifically to try and build an audience, to try and connect with people, like-minded people, and to try and make something beautiful of this life together with like-minded people. And it's for that very same reason that I'm starting my YouTube channel, just to connect, because life is all about connecting with others. Life is all about sharing your stories, understanding one another, and really making it a beautiful place for yourself and for the people around you. If you know your why, it shouldn't be too difficult to figure what to do next, what steps to take next. So once you figure out why you're doing something, then you have to start. You must begin. You could figure it out and still sit back for quite a while, not starting, just because we all experience some type of like paralysis. I'm not sure why, but I'll give an example. I've wanted to try out something different career-wise for quite a long time, and I kept thinking I want to do this. Maybe not. Okay, I want to do that. Maybe not. But eventually, at some point, beginning of last year, I think I had a bit of a wake-up call at really the brevity of life. And so I just decided to begin, and it's not easy walking away from a stable life, a stable job. But eventually, you've got to decide that your life is worth more than the grind, which is kind of what I decided. And it's hard to do it if you don't know what next. But here I am trying out a different career. I'm now flying, and it's just been it hasn't been long at all for me to even say if I like it or I don't. I'm just glad that I'm doing it. I'm glad that I'm trying something else, that I actually finally got the courage to say, you know what, I've done finance my whole life, really, from when I was 16 years old. All I know is accounting and corporate finance. I just thought, I don't want to die without trying something else. There's so many other things I could be. And with the love and support of my family, I've got an amazing husband, an amazing son. And with their blessings, I'm able to just pick up and try and figure out my life, try and figure out if finance is really what I want to keep doing, or if I might like flying, or if I might even like something else after this. So you've got to start, whatever it is. If you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, start. You might not have much to say, but just start. That's pretty much what I have decided for my life. Now the third step, so you've got to know your why, and then you've got to start. And after you start, then you've got to continue. Many of us start, but many of us don't continue. Guilty, count me, and hopefully with this, the thing is, just continue, like keep going, however slow, keep going. If you need to rest, fine, rest, but just keep going, get right back up, get back in the game, and keep going. When I started my Instagram, I wanted to post a lot more frequently than I actually do. I ended up having, they're all really excuses, I ended up being busy, but quite frankly, I could have posted. There's really no reason to not, but I guess you make other choices. But I think what I'm trying to say is just, pick right back up. Okay, so you intended to post once every day and you didn't. No biggie. Just, pick up the next week and post every day, or post twice a day. Just keep going, continue. Continue would be the next thing. Continue. For instance, I'm in this new career, and the question is, do I like it? Do I not like it? Well, the answer would be to continue. Do it until I decide I like it, or until I decide I don't like it, upon which then go to the next thing, pivot on to the next thing, or just go back to what you're doing before. There's so many options on the table. We should never ever feel limited in our choices, because at the end of the day, we determine the kind of life we live based on the choices we make. And if we decide that our world is small and our opportunities are limited, then that's what we're going to experience. But if we decide that the sky is the limit, literally in my case, the sky is the limit, and that there's absolutely nothing I cannot do, there's absolutely nothing I cannot conquer, then that's exactly what will be my experience. I create my experience by what I believe. Just, if you believe you can, you can. If you believe you cannot, then you cannot. And once you continue, you keep doing it, because if you know your why, it's not that difficult to continue. You might stumble, you might slow down, you might, sit for a while. But if you remember your why you started what you started, you'll get right back up and continue. If I remember why I started my social media, I will get right back up. It doesn't matter how long of a break I take, I'll get right back up and continue. And if I remember why I'm doing the current job I'm doing, what search I'm on, which is really my Eat, Pray, Love journey. If you remember what journey you're on, you definitely will keep at it. You won't get stuck in a rut at the next place. You'll just keep hacking away at it until you get to whatever point you're aiming for. So Today is a beautiful day. I shouldn't spend it all in the hotel room because it's really lovely. I'm going out with my colleagues in about half an hour. We're going out into Lyon to see some of the sites, some of the historical sites, to enjoy a bit of the city. And it's quite beautiful. I love it here. I'm so glad I got the opportunity for this job. Apparently, it's really difficult. Like on the day I came for the interview, I think we were about 300 and they only needed 20 of us. And I was quite amazed when I made the final cut. And then we had to go through an intense 2-month training, which was so ridiculously rigorous that I wasn't sure. I mean, nobody was sure we were going to get through to it. Many people were getting dismissed, you know, failing. We had daily exams and many people were not making it through those. If you slept in class, if you came late, it's been extremely intense. But I've enjoyed doing it, and I got the job. I hope I like it. So far so good. Some days are better than others, and some destinations, some trips are better than others. I'm currently only doing short haul, so all my trips will be right here around in Europe, from Brussels. So far I have done Portugal more times than I care to count. I have done, I think, every destination is in Spain. It's a very popular destination, especially during the summer months. Been to Malaga, Barcelona, Alicante, I think probably about 7 destinations in Spain. Tomorrow when I get back to Brussels, the next day I'm going to Tel Aviv for 2 nights. I am extremely excited about that. I can't wait to go to Jerusalem and just experience some of the ancient history that I know from my Bible, and just to see the place where Christ was born. To me, it's some sort of pilgrimage, though I'm not religious like that, but it still feels holy. It feels almost reverent, you know, and I'm quite excited to get the opportunity to do that. But all this is just because I started. This is all because I said I want to try something different, and I started. So I'd urge you all to just, you know, I shouldn't say courage, because courage is defined in so many different ways, but I'd urge you to just take a chance, you know, take a chance, take a chance and say, what's the worst that could happen? I could fall flat on my face, I could fail, I could hate it. Think of all the negatives and then do it anyway, you know, do it afraid, do it. I'm not so sure that what I'm doing is brilliant, because, you know, I am a finance girl. If I decide I don't like this, or if I decide I want to get back to finance, how is that going to play out? I have no idea, you know. It's like a bump in your resume, but you can't live your life based on such considerations. I mean, you can choose to. I just choose not to. I choose to build a life on my terms. I choose to find what I like, and I choose. Life is short, basically, and you've got to squeeze it all in there. It's such a limited space of time that you could blink and miss it, and you could live 2 years and feel like it was a minute. And I've just decided as the years go by that my life matters more than the grind, and I'm willing to put in the work, I'm willing to take the risks, I'm willing to take chances, I'm willing to hope on, hope off, just try and see what, you know. And you can't do this without the love and support of the people that matter most in your life. And I am blessed that I've got a husband that supports, and I've got a son that supports me. He's grown, he lives on campus, so there's no guilt and there's freedom. You can do this as a family, you can do this as a single person, and you can certainly do this as a married woman. Nothing should prevent you from reaching your full potential. Nothing should prevent you from looking at alternatives in your life. You should never feel stuck. You just need to start. So with that, I bid you adieu, because the sun is calling me. I need to get out, go out to the city, and enjoy some of the culinary, you know, not that I'm a foodie, but, yeah, that's what you do when you're with people, yeah. That's how we bond over food. So I'm gonna go out and do that, and I will try and do a video when I'm in Tel Aviv. I'm actually deciding that I'd like to do videos every time I go away somewhere. I would love to do more Snapchat, but quite frankly, I kind of need to figure that out still, sorry. I've got a good crewmate today, a young person, he's about, what, 2019 or something like that. He's going to show me how to Snapchat, so I'll probably get my Snapchat going. It's the same, my username is the same all across. My handle is always GreyDynasty, Grey with an E, so Grey, Dynasty as one word, or dynasty as we say in England, GreyDynasty. So follow me on Snapchat. It's not as active as I'd like it to be, but with all my travels, I intend to make it more active. I intend to run around and really share a bit, a bit of what I feel I've got. It might be nothing, it might not touch you, but it might really affect somebody else. And I just feel like I feel this sense of obligation to do my part in making the world, well, I don't know about a brighter place as much as a more daring place, like dare to do things, dare to fight for your dreams, dare to reach out for that which you desire for yourself. Go and do it. Whatever it is you're thinking of doing, starting that YouTube food channel, do it. You're thinking of changing jobs, do it. You're thinking of moving cities, do it. You're thinking of getting married, do it. You're thinking of getting out, whatever you're thinking of doing, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Just begin. Thank you, guys.